Morning light spilled into the castle nursery like liquid gold, warming the rosewood floors and glowing across the delicate folds of baby Lucien's cradle blanket. The crystal rose charm beside him hummed faintly, its tune changing ever so slightly, just enough that Queen Sofia noticed as she stepped in with a basket of fresh linens. She paused, her eyes narrowing thoughtfully. That melody, it wasn't the same one Alara had activated with her sweet vow. It was deeper, softer, almost like a lullaby she used to hear as a child. She stepped closer, brushing a fingertip over the charm. "You're changing, aren't you?" she whispered to the crystal. "Or maybe Lucien is." Lucien stirred gently in his sleep, his tiny hand reaching upward as if trying to touch something unseen. The air around the cradle shimmered faintly. Sofia gasped as a tiny swirl of silver mist formed above him, then vanished, like a sigh. "Sofia?" Prince Leo stepped into the room, holding 2 cups of warm vanilla tea. She turned to him with wide eyes. "Leo, something just happened." "Did he open his eyes?" he asked excitedly. "No," she said, taking a cup. I think something magical stirred in the air, just for a moment." Leo set his cup down and moved beside her, his gaze falling on Lucien. "You think it's from him?" Sofia nodded slowly. "Or through him. Babies born under a 3rd crescent moon sometimes inherit sensitive magic." Leo smiled. "Just like their mother?" Sofia chuckled softly. "Let's not jump to conclusions." That afternoon, Sofia invited Cedric the sorcerer to the nursery under the polite pretense of dusting his charm work. He appeared in a shimmering puff of plum-colored smoke, coughing slightly, and stepped forward, wand already drawn. "Let me guess," Cedric said, eyes narrowing. "The crystal rose is behaving unusually." "You felt it too?" Sofia asked. Cedric raised one brow. "It was humming so loudly this morning, I thought Wormwood was trying to sing again." He approached Lucien's cradle and hovered his wand just above the charm. A ripple of magic danced from the crystal into the air, forming a faint circle of light before dissolving. Cedric muttered. "This charm has absorbed far more emotional energy than expected. Fascinating, it's evolving." "Alara's spell," Sofia whispered. "Could it be growing with him?" Cedric nodded. "Yes, but not only that, it's bonded. Whatever protection she gave, it's weaving itself into his aura, which is quite unusual for a newborn." Sofia felt her heart flutter. "Is it safe?" Cedric's eyes softened. "It's beautiful. He's not just receiving magic, he's amplifying it. But we should watch for signs of dreams or awakenings." That evening, Alara came dashing into the royal garden barefoot, her sketchbook flapping in the wind. "Mama, Mama, I saw something." Sofia looked up from the rose trellis where she was helping Miranda plant dream blossoms. "What did you see, love?" "In the sky," Alara pointed. "A shimmer, like sparkles, but alive. They flew over the tower and into the trees." Prince James, lounging in a hammock nearby, raised one brow. "Could have been dragonflies." Amber shook her head as she joined them, her golden gown catching the light. "Or maybe it's another unicorn migration. Remember the one that knocked over the lemonade stand?" Sofia stood, brushing earth from her hands. "Alara, show me where you saw it." Alara led them to the far side of the garden, just beneath a cluster of white-barked wish willow trees. The air was still and cool. Leaves rustled gently, though there was no breeze. Then, suddenly, a flicker. Soft silver light danced between the tree branches like fireflies, drifting lazily in slow circles. They weren't insects, they weren't fairies. They were something older, quieter. Sofia stepped forward, awe in her voice. "Spirit wisps," Amber gasped. Real ones? They only appear around magical births, Sofia said. They linger near strong emotional bonds. Alara clutched her mother's hand. They're here for Lucien? Sofia nodded. Or maybe, for you both. Just then, one of the wisps floated toward Alara and hovered just before her nose. It pulsed gently, then vanished, leaving behind a single glowing feather that drifted into her outstretched palm. Cedric appeared behind them with a poof of smoke. Well, I see the nursery isn't the only place glowing tonight. He reached into his sleeve and pulled out a thick book titled Mystical Infants, the Moonborn Mark. I was just reading about these, he said. Spirit wisps are drawn to magical connections between siblings, especially when one is a moonborn. Sofia turned to him. You think Lucien is one? Cedric hesitated. He could be, and if he is, he'll need guidance. A magical sibling guide, perhaps. All eyes turned to Alara. She blinked. Me? Cedric gave a sly smile. Don't look so shocked, dear. You already enchanted his lullaby and summoned a spirit wisp before breakfast. You're practically a junior sorceress. That night, Sofia tucked Alara into bed and placed the glowing feather on her nightstand. What if I mess up? Alara asked. What if I try to help Lucien and do something wrong? Sofia gently stroked her curls. Being a sister doesn't mean being perfect. It just means being there, loving him, helping him laugh when he's sad, holding his hand when he's scared. Alara smiled. Like you do for me? Sofia nodded. Exactly. Outside the window, another wisp floated by, silent and slow, like a wish waiting to come true. In the nursery, Lucien stirred for the first time, not just shifting in sleep, but opening his violet blue eyes wide. They sparkled, just for a moment, with a light that wasn't quite starlight, but very close.